Hey Delon, how are you? Oh, sorry. I'm trying to make myself less crooked. Hey, welcome. Yes, you caught me today. Hey Vima. I wasn't planning on going live today, but then I ended up having some time available too. So I figured, why not? I can come on live for an hour. I might as well do it. Hi. Hi, Letitia. Good afternoon. How are you? Another beautiful day here today. How's everyone's day going where you are? I got all my errands done that I needed to get done. Hey Kat, how are you? I'm good. I feel like Tuesday seems to be a good day to catch people. Oh, let me put this down a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. Let me see. Storms are pending. Uh-oh. Yeah, it's gorgeous out here. I think we're supposed to get some rain or something tomorrow, but it's like the hottest it's been in a while. It feels like summer, even though I'm in a long sleeve shirt, like I'm sweating. I'm not used to wearing anything less than a long sleeve shirt. So, yeah. Beautiful there, but a little windy. It's a little windy here, but like in a good way because it's like 60 some degrees out. And so it's nice to have that breeze. I took the dogs around the block for a walk already, and they were very, very happy to be able to go outside and walk. And one of the neighbor dogs ran out to see them. So they were excited to see one of their neighbor dogs. You're making the axolotls from Beth, Scarlet Garden Crochet. That's awesome. Are you on here, Beth? Actually getting ready for work. We're just crocheting a crayon before you leave. Fun. Fun, fun, fun. Hey, Chrissy. I am Steve. I'm Steve. I am Steve. I'm Steve. I have that song in my head now because I sent it to you. So I'm like, oh no, it's stuck in my head on repeat now. So normally I use Parfait Chunky Emeralds for my pickles, but I am using, I'm not sure what this color is called, to be honest. It was one of the mill ends from Premier that I bought to test out. I'm wondering if it's maybe like sage, or I'm not really sure what the color is, but I'm pretty sure it's basic chenille. It's hard to see the color nice on the screen, but it's like the basics chenille from Premiere. So yes, not another. Yeah, but we have fun singing that one because anytime that song comes on the radio, we modify it now when we hear it. So it's not so excruciating to hear the song over and over again. It's so funny because the song, the APT song comes on the radio literally every single time my son and I get in the car. We turn on the car and it's that song every single time. It's crazy. And so yeah. Still brushing out this huge ball of yarn. Oh no. I've tried out a couple of the skeins. I did one in like the key lime color and one in the like turquoisey color, and I didn't have any knots or anything that was really annoying about the skeins. So I'll let you know on this one if I get any on this one. But so far they haven't been bad. They're just like any other skein I get. Have to send that one to your son. Yes. All right. I'm literally just doing a rant. Like, this is the, what are you guys barking at? The wind. They're barking at the wind. Tracker will usually bark to get Fred's toy or a spot from him. And that's probably what he's trying to do, steal Fred's spot. Got to go back to work. Just wanted to say hi. Thanks for joining in for a minute. Hi, bye, have fun. Oh, I hear a dog. That's why they're barking. It's probably the one they went to visit earlier, or that came to visit them earlier, I should say. Yeah, so what was I saying? I forget. I forgot what it is. Oh, the yarn pattern. I just do a random yarn pattern, and then I attach my own little sign to the pickles when I am done. So it's super random and simple to make. So that's what I'm doing. Hey, Donna. If anyone wants to know, I can let you know, by the way. It's a super simple pattern. And I literally do it different every single time for the baubles. So each pickle is a little bit different. I don't do a ton of baubles in my pickles either. I keep them pretty flat, just because I don't want to have to deal with too many baubles or them getting too much in the way of the sign. So I don't do a huge, and I don't do like a curve or anything like that. It's literally just like a pill shape. But yeah, super simple. So that's what I'm working on. What are you guys working on? Hi, welcome to the live. Pickles are really fun to make. I bought those emotional support pickle cards from Amazon. Yeah, see, I didn't buy those. I just kind of made up my own signs on Canva, and then I just print them out and everything like that. So they're one of those projects that's like super quick and easy to make. So I don't have to think. And I am out of pickles, so this is a good one to do on the live because I don't have to think about it, and I actually do need some. So I'm not sure if this yarn is just not a good skein because it's a mill end, or if it's just, it kind of feels a little rough. Hey, Kayla. I have only been on for like 8 minutes. 9 minutes. 9 minutes and 17 seconds. So you came at the right time. I'll be on for maybe an hour. Yep, they do. They do. You just like, if you typed in emotional support pickle, or you probably they have more than just the pickle signs too. They probably have like all of like emotional support signs. You could probably find all kinds of different ones on Etsy. Hello. My neck is tired today. Hello, welcome in. Watching from Kuwait. Wow. What time is it in Kuwait? How many skeins, or how many pickles do you guys think I'll be able to get out of this, by the way? I guess you have to see how big the pickle will be before you can guess. Yep, emotional support nuggets, as well as many other different signs. I actually just had someone ask me if I could make them an emotional support coffee bean. So I will be doing that. I couldn't find a pattern for it, so I'm just gonna make it up. I asked her like how big she wanted it and whatnot. And so she said like kind of like palm size, like so you can fit it in your hand. And so I'm gonna be doing a couple coffee beans. I'm pretty sure they kind of look most like the picture she sent me. They look like a potato, but maybe a little smaller. So it'll be pretty simple to make. Oh, Donna, you made her market mess. Very cool. Oh, sorry, I have to catch up on the live. Yes, what is everyone making today? You love crocheting too? That's awesome. Hello. You guessed 7 pickles, maybe 4 or 5 pickles. You're making... You guys still there? Can you hear me? Give me a thumbs up. Let me know if you can still hear me. All right. Sorry about that. I was getting a call that I had to ignore. My screen went black for a minute and like disconnected. Did it do that to you guys too? Making granny squares, nice. Kind of froze for a second, but you're back. Yeah. You're back, okay. So, sorry about that. I was getting a phone call. I don't often get phone calls. I usually just get messages from Messenger and whatnot. So. Sorry, I have to respond to them real quick. Mama made Minnie's a mouse lovey, but you're adding ballerina dress. Very cute. You get to hear all the commotion from my dogs. Second day in a row, they are lively today. It's because the windows are open. So they can hear everything. Making a mouse too. Pattern testing for no see meadow mouse. Sorry, I'm responding to the person who called me. All right. Sorry. How many pickles have you made so far? This is my first one of this skein, or, I mean, I've made many pickles before, but I thought it was so, Kayla, but I wasn't sure. thank you for subbing. Appreciate that. What was the first thing I crocheted? It was a scarf. Something flat and simple to make. What was the first thing everyone else crocheted? That's a good question. Hi. Purple. It was a purple scarf. Hey, Monique. Oop. This yarn is squeaky. You crocheted a blanket. Nice. Ah, this yarn is so squeaky. I'm sorry, guys. Ugh, it's hurting my ears. I should start holding like a dryer sheet next to me while I'm crocheting on lives, just so I can like make it stop squeaking if it is squeaky yarn. A blanket was your first plushie. Was a mushroom pop. Nice. I think my first plushie was a tractor for my son. I missed your live yesterday, but glad I'm able to catch this one before my shift starts. Mine was a baby blanket. Nice. First thing you made was a Barbie gown with thread. Oh my goodness. Front post double crochet too. What was that was your first stitch you ever like crocheted a project? Oh my goodness. You did not start easy at all. Made a monstrous looking giant maple chicken. Nice. A bandana. What was the last thing you made? This right now? A messy square, something or not sure what it was. My first one was an octo or jellyfish. Nice. First plushie was a bee. My mom thought I was crazy. That's not an easy like first thing to work on. My goodness. Although I think my first stitch I learned was a half double crochet. I didn't start with a single crochet. I started with a half double crochet and then single and double after that. I didn't start front post crochet for quite some time though. That one was, yeah, that one's impressive. Granny all in one square was the last thing you made. These guys are going to turn out much bigger than might have to modify this pattern because it's turning out quite a bit bigger than when I use my perfect chunky yarn. So the next one I might have to make a little bit more narrow. No, this is not the first time I'm making a pickle. I've made many a pickle. This is the first pickle of my day though. Your first plushie was a jellyfish. I actually want to recreate the tractor that I made from when it was like my first plushie, my first plushie I ever made, because I think that would be interesting to see the difference. Oops, what am I doing? You made a pickle this summer. Nice. so squeaky. Was the first animal plushie I made? Animal plushie. Let me think for a minute on that. I think the first animal plushie I made would have been, I think, a cat. Like a sitting cat with a sad face, I think. I'm not really sure though. Could have been something else, but I know early on in my crochet plushie career, it was definitely one of the first things. All of my crocheted experience with first time plushie making and all of that was in worsted weight though, not in plushie weight. I only started using plush yarn like a year and a half ago-ish, something like that. So all of my stuff I made before was in worsted weight. So it took a lot longer to make those types of things. Pretty sure you still have the Barbie dress. That would be cool. Yes, you need to look. A bad bear. Hello. When did I start crocheting? Around like close to 20 years ago. I'm not sure exactly how many years ago it was, and yeah, but close to 20, I say close to 20 years now. I am making a pickle. Yes, worsted weight takes a lot longer because you have to do so many more stitches to get the same size. So it takes a lot longer to make a smaller plushie, basically. But I honestly, I don't mind using worsted weight. I can interchange the two, no problem. I mean, I started with worsted weight, so it's no big deal for me. But yeah, it definitely does take more time. What's the biggest thing I've crocheted? I would say my Anchor the Octopus and my Winnie the Dragon are the two biggest things I think I've ever crocheted. I have crocheted like a queen size blanket before as well, which would be pretty big. What else have I crocheted that's big? Yeah, I've done some other like dragon patterns and stuff that are pretty sizable as well. But I personally like to stick to smaller sized projects, like medium sized projects instead of like really big stuff. Because I like to see the finished project, right? I like to make a bunch of different projects too. So bye. Thanks for joining. Hello from Italy. Very cool. It's night there. How long did it take to make the octopus? Probably about 7-ish hours. I do local craft fair markets and such. I don't have a website or anything that I sell on, but I do craft fairs and whatnot around here mostly. Okay. Let's add some stuffing. Who else has questions? She's leaving. She had all the questions. Where are your fairs located? Just close by to where I live. I don't disclose exactly where my craft fairs are for privacy reasons, but yeah, locally to me, about anywhere from in my town up to 40 minutes away. Monique says, don't forget to like, folks. Kind of looks like a little cactus. Keep the questions coming, people. Come on, let's talk, let's talk. Can't decide what color to do anchor in. Ooh, that's a good hard decision to make. Do you have any like variegated yarns? Because I think they turn out pretty cool in like the variegated yarn colors. First ball of banana. No. One ball of Bernat will not be enough. You want at least two just to be on the safe side, because the tentacles, the arms take up a lot of yarn, and then you have like the body and the big head on the back. So you need to do at least a minimum of like 1.5 skeins, I want to say, if you're doing the big one. If you're doing the small anchor, then you should be safe with 1 skein, but I think I got both of my small anchors done with just 1 skein, I think. But the big one, you definitely need more than 1 skein. Hey, thank you. Yes, he's my favorite little octo or big octo I've made. Let me make him hang out better so you guys can see him. Make him come in like he's gonna attack me. He's pretty cool. Yeah, because you see how long these arms are, Monique? Takes a lot of yarn. Takes a lot of yarn. And you can get away with the, like this one, only 1 skein of this. It won't use a whole skein of that. And that part, the bobble stitch part, takes the longest out of everything on it. That's gonna take the longest. Why did you want to crochet? I was bored and I needed a hobby. So that's why I decided to crochet. I was like, oh, crochet seems like a cool project, a cool thing to do. Let me just see if I can learn how to crochet. And then it stuck. You'll have to buy more. Yeah, you don't want to run out, especially when you're far into it. Yes, they are a bunch of bobble stitches. It takes a long time because you have to make 8. So it's a very long process of the tentacles. Once the tentacles are done, both halves of them, once those are done, it whips up so quick, but it takes a while for the tentacles to do. Your daughter just started crocheting. Very cool. Oh, yes. No problem. Thanks for joining in as long as you can. Taught yourself from a book about 100 years ago. Right. $200 for you. Wow, you guys look great for how old you are. 100 and 200. Wow. What's your skincare routine? What's the secret? How do you stay so lively? Hi. So I'm working on my decrease rounds right now. I'm not counting, I'm just kind of winging it. That's the only secret you have. I'm a pretty stubborn person, so that I can see how that would work. Say grape juice, but I'd be fibbing. Your octopus behind you looks like it's ready to attack. Yeah, that's what I kind of wanted it to look like. Ah. So I made sure before I came on the live that I was gonna have everything I needed for these pickles so that I wouldn't have to like not finish them on the live. I almost forgot yarn, but then or not yarn. No, that would be really bad if I forgot yarn for crocheting. I almost forgot polyfill, but right before I came on the live, I ran downstairs and refilled my bag with a polyfill so that I would not. Hello. I really apologize for how noisy this yarn is too, guys. So very, very squeaky. I should also probably count my stitches because I don't know how many I have. What do you guys think was the hardest thing for you when you first started crocheting? And how long have you been crocheting for? That's a good question. Those are good questions. Whoop. You know why this might be squeaky on me too? It's because I'm using a 4mm. I debated whether I should use a 4.5 or a 5, and I just went with a 4 because why not? And so that might be why it's squeaky too, is because it might be too small of a hook for this particular yarn. Rich Red Merlot Daily. I don't drink wine. I don't really drink at all. Hardest thing was how to hold a hook and the yarn. I've been crocheting for 53 years. Yeah. You know what the hardest thing for me was? It was figuring out a slip knot. Just to get started. Just to start the project. That was the hardest thing, I think, for me. It took me like a few minutes of practicing over and over and over again and being like, what? How do you do this? Like, probably my first lesson in crocheting was mostly slip knot practicing. And then after that, it was like pretty simple. Oh, and then another thing that is still kind of hard sometimes is knowing how much to fill your plushie, how firmly to fill your plushie so it doesn't like get weirdly shaped and whatnot. That was when I started doing plushie making. That has been a big learning curve for me. Like if you look back to all my older plushies, they are much less full, you could say. They didn't hold their shape as well as